Terve! Tässä on Timo Kotipelto Stratovariuksesta ja sinä katselet Horns Up Rocksia. Yeah!
What's up, Rocks? I'm Joe Shifton. We are Eagle Rock Entertainment. I'm here with Timo from the one and only. You know, like your band does an introduction. You know this phase by now. STRATOVARIUS, of course. New album's coming out soon. Nemesis. So let's start from there. Why don't you tell us about, you know, the mental state and the vibe within the band? Because I heard it's one of the best you've done as a group. So why don't we start from there? What do you think the differences were this time around for you guys as far as the whole group working together?
Well, I think the biggest difference compared to the last two albums is of course that we have a new drummer, Rolf Pilve, in the band, and this time we had much more time to compose and record the album compared to, for example, to Elysium, because when we started to record Elysium we were already confirmed for the tour with Halloween. So then suddenly we were like planning we're gonna have this much time, and then we had like half, you know. We were like, oh shit, we have to really hurry up to make the album. And then also what comes to promotion of Elysium, the album came out like 1.5 months after we started the tour, so it was like really pain in the ass to make the interviews, and we didn't have so much time for promotion. This time it's like the good old days, you know, everything is like sort of planned better, and tour will start after the album comes out, so it's much easier this time, yeah.
Where are you guys going first? Like, which are the first markets they're gonna get to hear Nemesis?
What a surprise, Finland. We're gonna play actually one show before the album comes out. That's like a special cruise thing in Finland, and there's gonna be some journalists and some fans on the boat. And but then the first actual show will be in Helsinki, March 8th, and then we're gonna play 2 shows in Russia, and then the rest of the Europe, and then we are ready in May, and the plan is to maybe do some shows in South America in May, and then it's summer. Some summer festivals, and then in the autumn probably we go to Asia to play some shows over there. But what about US? I don't know yet, but it would be really, really nice to play here, but we don't have any concrete plans yet.
Right, you gotta go through the cycle. What do you think are the main differences of, let's say, from when you first came out as a band, successful band already touring wise, and nowadays, what is the main difference that you see, especially, you know, because I know you're a big music fan, so what are the big differences that you notice these days?
Well, yeah, I've been, of course, in the band. It depends if it's me counting or you counting 11 or 12 albums, so that's quite a lot. Of course, I mean, nowadays, if I compare the present touring situation and recording things to when it was like when I joined the band, of course, well, I'm a bit more experienced, so it's also a bad thing, but mostly positive. So of course I'm more realistic, but then again, then of course the more you've been in the business, you know more about the business, and then it's at least to me it's sort of easier to sing nowadays. But of course 2 years ago I had like this stupid Campylobacteria, which basically almost ruined my voice, so I couldn't sing for a couple of months. But no, it's all behind, so it's good.
You're nice and healthy now?
Well, I don't know. I have very bad jet lag, as you probably see. Like, but
let's talk about the production team behind Nemesis. You know who you worked with, because most people that watch know STRATOVARIUS, knows you guys, but sometimes the guys behind the scenes don't get enough credit, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this album was recorded and produced by our own guitar player, Mr. Kupiainen, Matias Kupiainen, and I think he did a brilliant job. He spent, I think, 4 months. Like hours and hours in the studio. He even slept on the sofa, so didn't really go home. So he did a very good job. So basically it was just the band and him doing, and then mastering was done at Finnvox Studios by Mika Jussila, who's been mastering most of our albums. So I think we have a very good team, so that's why I think the album sounds very good, you know.
And which are the songs you guys as a band can't wait to play live?
It's gonna be, as you said, we've done so many albums, so it's harder and harder year by year to select the songs what to play live. But of course, we're gonna play something from the new album. I would like to play a lot from the new album, but it's gonna be sort of very very difficult to choose. But compared to last two albums, it was like very clear that we could play 2 or 3 or maybe 4 at the most songs from those albums. But now I would like to play maybe 8 songs from the new album, but I don't think we can fit them all in, you know. But hopefully we could play like maybe 2 shows, you know, in the same city, that we could, you know, change the songs.
Like an evening with Stratovarius.
That'd be perfect, you know. Or maybe I don't know if it's possible to play 2 shows a day. That might be kind of a demanding for the voice, but that would be nice, you know, to play a lot of music.
And since you brought it up, you know, you've been doing this for a while, and you still know it's very important to take care of your voice. Do you go through any exercises, or you do like certain measures to make sure that, you know, you're able to like keep, you know, projecting night after night?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I do a lot of exercises, but I think on a tour the most important thing is to get a lot of sleep. It sounds like stupid, but that's the most important thing. Then of course to drink a lot of water, and then alcohol is good, but not too much, especially not before the show. When I started singing, I took, not in the very beginning, but later I took some singing lessons. But last year, was it 2 years ago, I started taking them again because I wanted to like improve my technique and get something new. And I think I'm gonna probably, when I go back to Finland, I've been planning that I might, you know, still take some singing lessons. And everything helps, you know, if you have some knowledge about the technique, and then of course all the singers, they have their own tricks, you know, like some people are like eating these pills, and you know, then they are doing this whatever meditation, and you know, but everybody who's been in singing for a very long time, then they have their certain routines, and that's important, of course. So I have some as well. So
Yeah, it's like if you play a certain sport, you're an athlete. You gotta take your voice and keep improving, because otherwise.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it takes a lot of time, and also because I've been the last couple of years I've been doing a lot of this kind of acoustic duo shows with Jani Liimatainen, who used to play in South Arctica, by the way. So then that of course is like keeping my voice in a good shape, because I've been singing almost basically every weekend, like a couple of shows at least. So then I don't need to rehearse that much, you know, to keep it in a good condition. So that helps, you know. After all, I'm a singer, so the vocal cords has to be, they wanna be used, you know, like to produce some nice vocals.
Is there anything new that you tried vocally on this new record?
There's maybe some stuff. Some vocal lines are a little bit like more angrier, but it's not like nothing compared to some extreme bands. So it's just there's more variety, maybe more colors in my voice, you know. But yeah, the thing that we recorded all of the vocals not in a like commercial studio, but we went to a cabin far away from, you know, anything else. So we took like 2.5 weeks to record all the vocals, and that was like nice and relaxing atmosphere, and that's very important. I prefer that instead of, you know, going to a clinical studio. So it's like it's very nice to have like, well, I think for good vocal lines you need to have like the atmosphere where you feel like you're relaxed, you know, and then of course sometimes you shouldn't be too much relaxed, but then you have a producer who will kick your butt, you know. do it. So
Hey, I mean, before we get out of here, you remember which was your first concert as a fan, and how old you were when that was?
that's a good question. The first metal show probably was one big festival. Oh fuck, was it this festival in the middle of Finland where there was like Halloween playing, but then I was like a huge Ronnie James Dio fan, and Dio played there, so I was like, Dio. But that was somewhere in the 80s, end of 80s.
Way before you started the band, or you were doing music as a living?
Yeah, for sure, years before that. I think I was probably 18, and then I was in the band already then, but of course, I mean, I didn't even dream about doing this as a profession, no way. But I saw Ronnie.
He was your huge. You say he's your biggest inspiration?
Definitely, and also what comes to taking care of other people and being polite to the fans, because I met him, of course, a couple of times after that, especially since our keyboard player Jens Johansson has been in his band, So I think it was Jens who introduced me, or was it Jens who made me to bring him some Finnish special booze when he played in Helsinki. Jens said, "Hey, here's a bag, bring it to Ronnie and to the guys." And then I was like checking it out. Oh, this black alcohol, what we use in Finland. And so I brought it for them, and they were happy. So I think that's the first time I met him.
What was your first band T-shirt?
I had like, I think I had like a leather vest where I had like Holy Diver on the back. So I think that might have been it. And I think my grandmother was suing it. Like, hey grandma, can you put it on the vest? What is it? It looks very frightening. I said, it's nothing, just put it there. And then I was like, probably the only guy in the whole school who was wearing like, I was a like bit freak already then, you know.
And you mentioned you're gonna go on tour. Is there any market that you're gonna hit that you haven't hit before this time around?
Wait. Not sure. I mean, I never counted how many countries I've been to, but I think it's close to 50. I think so, but could be 40, 50. But it depends on where we're gonna play on our South American tour. There might be some new countries, but I don't know yet, because it takes, you know how it is down there. Then suddenly we get like 2 months before we get like the places. Oh, you're gonna play here and here. Instead, comparing to how the system works in Europe, everything is like booked almost a year ago, and then they are very difficult to change later. But in South America, it's like you talk, and then it takes some time, and then because I asked our booking agency, so when do we get the dates if we are going down in May? And he said, yeah, it's almost there, and now it's already soon at the end of January. So, but I think we will play there, but where, I don't know yet.
All right, any final words for the fans watching right now?
Thanks a lot for supporting, and check out Nemesis, and if you like the album, come to check us live. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
And again, remember, pick up Nemesis and support the band. When they're on tour, pick up the merchandise. You know, and buy them a beer if you see them around.
Sounds good.
Cool. Thanks.